On this week's local news, the Futbol Miami TV crew joined Miami residents at Sheraton Miami to listen to Inter Miami's Miami Freedom Park proposal. Residents had a chance to listen, learn, participate, and have their questions answered.
Here today really focused in on giving you some of the details about what Miami Freedom Park is and what the development will look like. And we're all excited here to share what we think is an absolutely incredible vision. A vision for many of you for your neighborhoods, a vision for the city of Miami, and a vision for our community. It's really hard to overstate how important we believe this project and what a jewel we believe that this project will be for our community. And just by way of introduction, my name is Richard Perez, and I'm joined today by Iris Escara, by Tim Plummer, by Jurgen Benka, and a sea of other people here, experts in their fields, and experts that are here not just to give you information, but to listen. We have the humility of understanding that even though we have world-renowned experts, that we don't have all of the answers, right? That this is your community, and that as much as we're here to provide answers to your questions, we're here to listen to the things that are important to you about this project. We've already heard some great pieces of information. For example, and I didn't get her name. One of her concerns is that what happens on game day to the people who live in the neighborhood, and how do they get access? And is their access going to be limited? And what are we going to do with regards to identifying the people that live in the neighborhood so that they can get access? That's exactly the type of input that we need. It's something that we hadn't really thought about. And that's what we hope that we're going to get out of this meeting, is a better understanding of how this project can be the best possible neighbor to you. And then our intention, again, is to make sure that we're going to be the best neighbor to you, and to do that, and the best citizen for the city of Miami. To do that, the ownership group, including Jorge and Jose Mas and David Beckham, insisted on 4 things that guided us through this entire process. And they guided us in terms of our negotiations with the city and what you're going to see in the very near future in terms of the city. One is that MFP, that Miami Freedom Park, will pay fair market value for this piece of property to the city. That MFP would never ask the city and its taxpayers to pay for any portion of the development. That MFP would pay for real property taxes, and that the lease would go and receive the approval of the voters. In the next few days, and we're here to announce it, we will be delivering to the city a lease agreement that puts every one of the commitments that we have made from day one on paper, black and white, for all of you to see, for all of the citizens to see, and for all of them to realize one thing, that we will keep our word with regards to everything that we have said that we will do. And what does that mean, and what is it going to say? In black and white, it will say that MFP commits to paying fair market value, not determined by us, not determined by the city, but by an independent appraiser that will determine the fair market value of the city. It will say in black and white that MFP will be responsible for all development costs for the construction of the stadium and all of the ancillary development. And it will say that MFP will pay property taxes. This is and will be the best deal that any city, any county, any state has ever received with regards to a stadium deal. We challenge anybody to find a stadium deal that is 100% privately financed, that will pay property taxes, and that will pay fair market value for their lease. And what does that mean? Why is that important to the people of the city of Miami? Because it means millions of dollars in revenue to the city. And what does that mean to you? It means more money for the city to provide you the services that you deserve, or to lower your taxes, which we think is essentially important. But outside of all that stuff, it also means, and one of the things that we have committed to doing, is an incredible public park, 58 acres, that's going to be available to the public, that will be available to your community to use every single day for free. Every single day you will be able to go out there to walk, to enjoy, to have picnics, and to use what is now not available to you to use. And frankly, at the end of the day, what you're talking about is a project that will bring high-paying jobs to this community and a commitment from the ownership that there'll be a living wage, which means $15 an hour for jobs at the location. So high-paying jobs, a public and accessible park to you, and a Major League Soccer team here in our city that we can all be proud of. That is the project that we're talking about. We're talking about a project that can well transform not only this neighborhood, but this city. And so with that very long introduction, let me move it over to Iris, who will give you the details of what the development is.
Miami residents' number one concern was traffic. Inter-Miami representatives listened to those concerns and vowed to work directly with the city to address these concerns. Inter-Miami is continuing to do more traffic pattern research to avoid any and all issues that were raised by the concerned residents.